Okay, so it wouldn't be fair for me to leave out the men. It wouldn't be fair for me to talk shit about the women and leave out the men. So you know how men have selective hearing, right? So God spoke the 10 Commandments. It says, and God spoke all these words. And these are the 10 Commandments, but what the men hear, what the men heard, were the men commandments. So the first commandment says, you shall have no other gods besides me. What the men heard was, you are God. The second commandment says, you shall not make for yourself an image in the form of anything in heaven above, or in the earth beneath, or in the waters below. You shall not bow down to them or worship them, for I, the Lord your God, am a jealous God, punishing the children for the sin of the parents to the third and fourth generation of those who hate me, but showing love to 1,000 generations of those who love me and keep my commandments. What the men heard was, make all kinds of shit for yourselves. Spend all of your time with this shit. Make all of this shit more important than your wives. When you get bored of the old shit, buy yourself some new shit. Who cares about what your wives think? After all, you are God. The third commandment. You shall not misuse the name of the Lord your God, for the Lord will not hold anyone guiltless who misuses his name. What the men heard. Say, God fucking damn it, as much as possible. If you think you have said God damn it too much, switch to Jesus fucking Christ. If saying Jesus Christ gets old, start in with the devil and blame his fucking ass. After all, it is his fault anyway for all the bullshit that happens. As long as you don't curse yourself, you're fine. I mean, how could it be your fault? You are God after all. The fourth commandment. Remember the Sabbath day by keeping it holy. 6 days you shall work and labor, but the seventh day is a Sabbath to the Lord your God. On it you shall not do any work, neither you, nor your son or daughter, nor your male or female servant, nor your animals, nor any foreigner residing in your towns. For in 6 days the Lord made the heavens and the earth, the sea and all that is in them, but he rested on the seventh day. Therefore the Lord blessed the Sabbath day and made it holy. What the men heard. Do whatever the fuck you want, whenever you want, wherever you want, however you want, and for any reason that you deem fit. The fifth commandment. Honor your father and your mother, so that you may live long in the land the Lord your God is giving you. What the men heard. Don't let your parents know any of the crazy shit that you have done. The sixth commandment. You shall not murder. What the men heard. Buy as many guns as you can and always be ready in case you need to shoot someone. The seventh commandment. You shall not commit adultery. What the men heard. Fuck as many bitches as you can. The eighth commandment. You shall not steal. What the men heard. Do not get caught stealing. The ninth commandment. You shall not give false testimony against your neighbor. What the men heard. Always be prepared to blame somebody else for all the illegal shit that you pull. If you don't like your neighbors, it's okay to lie on them and swear falsely just because. The 10th and final commandment that God gave. You shall not covet your neighbor's house. You shall not covet your neighbor's wife. You shall not covet your neighbor's wife, or his male or female servant, his ox or donkey, or anything that belongs to your neighbor. What the men heard. Always wish you had everything. If your neighbor's house is nice, try to steal it. If your neighbor's wife is hot, try to fuck her, or his male or female servant. Try to fuck his ox or donkey. Anything that belongs to your neighbor, try to fuck it. After all, you are God. And that is the 10 Men Commandments.